All right. I'm going to make sure that I'm live before uh, begin. Oh, there we go. Now we're live. Begin. Oh, there we go. Now we're live. All right. Perfect. All right. So let me see where we're at now. All right. Here we are. Yeah. So I apologize for yesterday's live show. Unfortunately, when I went live last night, I did not have the audio working, so I apologize for that. All right, and so I'm going to make a part two to this. This way, and of course, what I went over was the fact that, okay, so this was the blog right here. That it was made on May 17th of 2021 by Anthony D. Orozio, and the title reads, "The Libertarian Party of New York advises rejection of proposed school budget increases ahead of Tuesday's vote." So the budget plans would raise New York State's average per pupil expenditure, already the highest in the country at nearly $25,000, by more than 4%. Albany, New York, May 14th, 2021. School districts across New York State are set to get, okay, so school districts across New York State are set to hold their annual budget vote on Tuesday, May 18th. All districts that are subject to public vote have submitted to the voters proposed budgets for the 2021-2022 school year, which voters must decide whether or not to adopt. Residents in New York City, Rochester, Buffalo, Syracuse, Yonkers do not vote on school budgets, as those cities' charters reserve school budget allocation and approval to their respective city councils. In most districts, school board elections are also being held, many of them nonpartisan. According to the Empire Center for Public Policy, the collective budget plans would raise New York State's average per pupil per expenditure, already the highest in the country at nearly $25,000, by more than 4%. These additional expenditures come despite declining public school enrollment, which are expected to fall more than 1.5% statewide this fall. The Libertarian Party of New York's chair, Cody Anderson, urged voters to remain vigilant as they head to the polls. It is outrageous that the school districts and their union masters suggest increasing spending by over 4% for an underperforming system whose enrollment continues to decrease, Anderson stated. The drain of more than 1 million residents from New York during the past decade is in large part due to the continued yearly increases in school taxes, resulting in the outrageous per student expenditures, yet mediocre educational outcomes. Mediocre. So given the equality outsized increases in federal funding directly to school districts and the past year of children learning at home and not in schools, it is irresponsible for local boards to continue raising taxes and driving residents away and for teachers' unions to engage in opportunistic money grab. We urge taxpayers statewide, this was according to Cody Anderson, to engage in so he's encouraging unions to engage in, he's not encouraging, but he's encouraging, okay, let me see if I can read this. Given the equality outsized increases in federal funding directly to the school districts in the past year of children, blah, blah, blah. So taxes are driving residents away for teachers' unions to engage in opportunity money grab. So Cody urges taxpayers statewide, so we urge, as well as the Libertarian Party of New York, we urge taxpayers statewide to send a strong message to their school boards by voting no on their school budget. Libertarian Party Chair Cody Anderson. And then for more information, you can just, this is where I got it from, the lpny.org website. You may also visit their Facebook page, Instagram, and so forth. So, if I'm not mistaken, Anthony is one of the vice chairs for the Libertarian Party of New York. So, but it's just something to take into account, into consideration. All right, so just make sure we're golden here, and then all right, let me see if this works. Obviously, it doesn't, I don't think so, because I should use that. Well, this is the video capture device, so, I'm not, there I am. Perfect, I just wanted to make sure that I got that. So now you can see me. First you couldn't, now you can. All right, so here's the deal, and I'm going to make this point clear, right? I made the argument last night, but apparently the audio, I didn't have the audio recorded, so for all intents and purposes, I don't know if I can remember what I said last night, but I'll try to re-explain at my earliest convenience. Probably sometime. All right, I'm going to cut this video short, but that's the gist of it. The school boards are overspending at a time when declining enrollment in the schools have declined. So there you go. There's the source. I'll try to have more about it later on. I'm Michael J. Long, and thank you for joining me.